how these teams right now, they are going teeth to teeth, and they're just going to look for those snowball factors. Remember that you have the Yone and the Ziggs. This is the early game that Vietnam wants to play in. Philippines will be coming in as Angara will set again the tempo. He is completely shut down from his Galio how many times from yesterday, but was able to pick up his Rakan and Alistar. But what's good about to touch on the prowess of Tan right now. He is the one who's going to use the Jace, which is, to be honest, we want him on a loose cannon. We want him on a playmaking type of champion, a Kha'Zix or a Lee Sin. But this time, he is the one who's going to full send those shock blasts, while VIE will be on a passive state with that Garen. And
remember, so ultimates are going to be ready for these champions, for these players as well, to make plays to set up gangs. But for now, right now, it is the face shield coming from Y1 into the mid lane. Whoa! But you have VIE going for the Smash and Justice right across to BMM as they secure the first blood.
And that's the reason why you gotta respect this Garen. BMM is Rift Herald and using it to mid lane. So they might be going for just an objective trade. They don't want to lose as much as they can. But Akeno, he wants to make a play or just going to peek a bit. But Tan secures the dragon. And right now, the play onto the bottom.
Body slam onto 2. Angara is very low. Forced to go back away. Heroes enter to zone away the enemy team. Tower onto Tan and changes target onto VIE. But so far, they are all safe. We're in trade. They got 2 kills. And so far, this is such huge value for Team Philippines, but at the cost of a third in the mid lane.
At a 0-0-3 and just gaining some items, so looking for their souls, lurking around. And the focus onto the dragon lane will be a huge, intense fight.
Into the bottom lane, into the backside, taunts on 2 people. And that is the opening that Team Philippines would be able to get. Soloing and isolating Akeno to take that kill. And so far, no trades has been secured by Team Vietnam. 0-4 kill standing.
Yes, and a 0-4 right now. Even the tower before who's able to complete the first tower take.
DMM, sticky ground, the roots down onto 1. You have the explosive casta as well to CC chain the enemy team. And now Angara is a bit on a dangerous spot. However, Tan is there to go into fray, support his teammates as Y1 is very low. He has to force to retreat. And now VIE looks to go for the execute as well, but just too much knockback. And now Taku comes in to support Team Vietnam as well, securing VIE as a kill. Team Philippines
from the east side of Vietnam.
Another fight though. Taku goes for the double man stun. However, Akeno is gone. This is a 4v5. If Vietnam forces this fight, they are at a man disadvantage. Right now though, Y1 with a fake seal. Double man now coming to the backside. They have lost 2 members immediately from that fight because of Y1. And that is huge punish from Team VN.
Yes, a huge punish indeed from Vietnam, and at this point of the game, they were able to snag the Rift Herald to create a pressure, but this Infernal Dragon, a 1-1 into the board, just to make sure that they got the objective trade. It was good for Philippines to entirely give a lot of attention to deny the powers or the map control from Vietnam.
Team
but
Philippines.
Yeah, definitely. Without the Fate Seal, there's no 2-man knock-up. So a good follow-up is layers of CC that we saw. But right now, woo!
Followed up by the body slam. Heroes enters to follow through as well. So much CC being lasered on top of each other. Akeno has to go back, running away. But DMM forced to flash over the hill, over the wall to go and retreat. A 1-for-1 trade is secured. Both tumblers are going to be down. Akeno trying to delay this fight. Tries to go for the disengage, but Angara goes for the Justice Punch. Knocks up onto Akeno, and Akeno just has to say goodbye. Pinned down, and Team Philippines was able to take 2 kills. Vietnam, 2-for-0 trade in favor for Team PH.
Yes, they can do Baron, but definitely the damage is still there. You have Genza. You still have Taku for the playmaker. This is 3 versus 5, the full circle of Philippines. They are banking down. They are fending off anyone Infinity. I think it's time.
Angara and VIE zoning away the enemy team. Taku and BMM. BMM is already going into the Baron's pit. trying to get information, but in the end, it's Team Philippines who will be able to secure the Baron Nashor in their favor.
HP has been on the half, and they are going for a play onto the Baron lane.
Hayseal knocks up onto one, stages entrance, but time will not go for the execute for Y1. And now Team Philippines goes for the counter engage. BMM and Genza is gone. Akino walking around, going back, and now the inhibitor in top lane is secured. Y1 hoping to defend, but will not suffice right now. Heroes entrance zoning away the enemy team, but that is just enough. Philippines is happy with the inhib turret.
And they are not just
solo unbound, but an immediate taunt coming in from Angara. No escape, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Now Team Philippines has the opening to finish this game. The game-ending push, the game-ending team fight. Right now, Nexus is already down to 1k HP as Philippines will strike first in the gold medal match in SEA Games.
hitting hard and hitting blows. Into the skies we go. As Tan delivers the finisher onto that Nexus, but definitely Philippines is a great.
Coming into bot lane, and Gragas going in for the bruiser as they will lack towards the front liners for this type of composition. 3 champions are squishy for the side of Vietnam.
Yeah, and yes, they are squishy, but you know the damage output that it can provide anyone with the assassination and with the jungler. Y1 and
the ultimates are ready. Cyclone is there as well. The flash coming in from the Angara will secure that CC, but you now have the counter engage as well coming from Vietnam. Heroes entrance, double man knockup. Y1 is forced to retreat. Angara's ultimate just forced the issue and forced Vietnam to go back over the hills. No trade back coming in from Team Vietnam.
Definitely a good job for sustain that he can use. A Black Cleaver for Taku, not even a Hull Breaker to add extra pressure for this Jax. This will be a good window for Philippines.
Yeah, and right now, Varus has already, or Dahao has already secured the Trinity Force. Reduced damage, but on top side, once again, another engage coming in from Tan. However, VIE is in danger as Y1 looks for that trade. Hero's entrance forces Y1 to retreat, and so far that will be the 1-for-1 explosive cast though. Dahao is in danger, pinned down, isolated. Body slam is there coming from Akino. 1-1 is there with isolation damage and no escape from the ADC of Team Philippines, as that will be the trade back for Team Vietnam.
As mentioned a while ago, point proven that they are going to look for Dahao again and again. Explosive cast and BMM. They learned their lesson to block any escape at Dazarea for the play.
Nazarea with a counter strike, already gone. Damash and Justice will not connect right now. Nazarea goes for the Justice Punch as well. Knocks up onto Taku. This is a fight that both teams want to go for the Rift Herald as well.
Counter strike being spent
on the forefront of this fight. All
Piercing
members
arrow
is here to play, is here to fight, but Team Philippines will be able to secure the objective, and now Team Philippines will go and force the issue as well. But so much damage coming in from Team Vietnam. Immediate counter engage with a chain of corruption rooting down on 2 members. Now Genza will not be able to escape, but before then, he will bring 1 member along with him. Akino going to support his teammate.
Space for himself, losing all of those piercing arrow and the setup from Angara, catching all of the culling. Once again, a fight infinity.
Akano, body slam onto Y1. Y1 is in danger, has to flash away, but not over the wall. Tan will be able to come through. And now BMM goes for the flash as well to secure that kill. So far, both junglers are down for both these teams. Yeah, and remember, Tan has the ultimate ready, so Cyclone is up. When it comes to a team fight, this is the advantage that they seek. Taku, though, zoning away the Team Philippines right now. Angara into the backside, goes for the taunt now. Tan uses the Cyclone into the back. Y1 is knocked up, but jumps right in. Damash and Justice will secure the jungler of Team Philippines, and now that's gone. They have to punish. No objectives that will be secured by Team Philippines so far. It is a 2-for-2 trade. Forced to flash away. Now being started once again by Team Philippines.
This is the good timing.
Y1 is a bit far. but just around the horizon, will not pursue for the contest, and Philippines will secure the Mountain Drake. Team Philippines on this objective as well. If Y1 comes through, you have a lot of isolation that can come up. Now Angara goes in for the taunt. It is going to be a hell of a matchup as Team Philippines goes for the CC. Taco is already gone for Team Vietnam. With a member disadvantage, they have to run for the hill. They have to go back. VIE will be the target for Y1, but will not go for
Philippines. But this is also the time for Vietnam for a huge turnaround. So they are poising themselves. They are looking for the opening. Infinity, this might be it.
Body slam coming from Akano to counter engage, goes for the Justice Punch. Stasis immediately coming right out, but Cyclone will be right out when Stasis will fall, and that will be the support secured by Team Philippines at this point. They have the member advantage. Angara throwing away the enemy team. The taunt is there as well. Chain of Corruption right out to follow up onto Angara's engage, and that will be Daho's damage being showcased in that fight alone. Now Team Vietnam is forced to just push into the mid lane as well, but the defense is there coming from Team Philippines. Just this punch knocks up onto Y1. They can't do nothing, will not be able to secure that kill even.
Back and forth against Vietnam. They are aware Infinity.
Tan jumping into the backside. Y1 is the target, will not suffice. Change target though. Genza is now going to be the eyes on the prize for Tan right now. Heroes Entrance will follow up to zone away the enemy team as Angara taunts down 2 members, forcing out the Stasis and check immediately by Akano. If Akano will fall, there's no more front line for Vietnam as well, because we have Taku defending the bottom lane, and that is good enough, forcing Vietnam to retreat.
A while ago, it was VIE who's trying to stall them, but this time around, it was Nazareyes doing his best on opening the Dragon Lane, but this might be a bad choice. Y1, these 2 members checking in.
That is the body slam along with the Justice Punch as a counter engage. You have the taunt as there as well. Akano being cycloned up, knocked up, can't do nothing. The CC chain is flawless from the Philippines. Double kill for Tan, and Tan.
Philippines is there. Baron, the bottom lane, they are setting things up. This might be the objective that they need to put the nail into the coffin, as Angara is playing well against Genza, and the storm is coming in. They are not going down anytime. Philippines.
Wow, Taku.
To get 1 word out of it. That's a single Baron buff being took out, but Tan to Y1. He is the one to take down, but BMM Infinity, this is a 1v1.
Yeah, and Tan is just being a menace into the backside. BMM is now the target for Tan, but not gonna pull through. The Nexus is already at half HP. BMM and Genza.
Oh my goodness.
Clearing down the wave. No more way to push down the bottom lane. However, you have Nazarea pushing the top lane as well with a GA. That is a hard Baron laner to defeat. The TP's coming right through. The minions are pushing in, and game 2 will be secured by Team Philippines.
Match point for the gold. On to a Ziggs as it layers it good. It's a good layer within the shock blast and the bouncing bombs, and also delivering the Mega Inferno bomb. But they are already aware on how to counter this. Genza is a Zoe player as well, but instead might be settling barrier as well. So the pressure is on. Dahao is doing a great job on pressuring this Karma.
Right now, you have Taku and Akano here on top side as well. Nazarea looking for that angle. The taunt is there, the double man, the Taku follow-up, slice and dice. Double man stun as well for Nazarea with a flash to retreat, but will not be enough. The Ignite will take Taku down, and the kill will be secured by Angara. Now looking for another perspective as Akano is running away. The chase is there from Angara, flashing away to retreat. Y1 is catching up. The launch is there with the repose, and that will be the finishing blow and a 2-for-2.
Good play for Y1. He reposted the body slam, but still, you already have the early advantage coming in from Nazarea and Genza. Try to go on par with Dahao, but that's not how you're not going to win, because Han, and he isn't a bit far after a few seconds of launching that blast.
Yeah, and right now, the stun coming from Nazarea, followed up by the body slam as well. Explosive fast is there, and Tan is coming here to play. Akano is trying to run. No more flash, and that will be Philippines. Will be able to Vietnam. And looking at the bottom side, we're in Dahao. was killed by Y1 with initial setup coming in from the smite to slow down the movement speed of Dahao in the bottom lane.
You can clearly see how Philippines right now is overextending.
Look at
They are
David.
staying so much.
It's PHI who's being targeted, and that's just a two-man roam from Vietnam to be able to secure that kill. An amazing play coming for the side of Team Vietnam overall.
Yeah, and Vietnam, they are on the roll. They are the ones who's making sure that they're getting a lot of these skills early on. And this might be the momentum that they need. This might be the shift that they're waiting for.
Oh, nice gang coming in for the side of Team Philippines as well. No escape coming in from BMM. Has used already the Valkyrie. The flash is on cooldown. So nowhere to hide. Now Akino used up the flash, coming to engage, looking for that perspective, and Akino is gone with the raw damage from Team PH. And now the Rift Herald spawn in the mid lane as well, attempting to take that tower for his blood. And the Shuriken flip is there for VIE, but the Rift Herald in the end will be able to secure the turret in the mid lane. That stage where in Nazarea also has the second and third item coming through. That is going to be a huge deal. And right now, though, Taku is going to dive onto VIE, forcing out the flash with a perfect execute, will not be able to escape, and now Team Philippines will lose 2 of their members to attempt on that defense in the bottom lane, and Vietnam is currently on the lead with another turret in their favor.
This is the Vietnam team that we are waiting for. They are exploding. They are looking for those dives again and again, applying
around if it comes down to a 5v5 overall. Right now, though, Nazarea looking for the chase onto Taku. Tan is here as well. Gara is there to play, and now forcing out his dominance immediately to stay alive a bit longer, but will not be enough as that is 3 members from Team Philippines looking for that kill. Now the backup is there, as you stated. The Zakano is there to play. Y1 is there as well, forcing out the flash retreat from Angara, and Nazarea is still here as Dahao comes here into fray. Nazarea looking for the stun. The flash is burned by Akino in that fight. Coming back once again, a counter engage with a taunt. But Nazarea is in danger, but 3-man stun from Nazarea turn things around, and that will be the win for Philippines from that clash. Started by Team Vietnam. No information by Team Philippines here. They have to face check as Angara is there on the forefront of this fight. But the taunt is there for Makino, but you can't stay alive for long as that will be the damage of being in the rip. Genza is gone. This is a 3v5. CB Trouble Bubble onto Renekton, and Saku will get eviscerated, and now they're jumping over the hill. The ace will be secured by Team Philippines.
And they are going to knock into the heaven's door of mid lane. This is a possible 2 towers. As Tan will be busy on taking down Infernal Drake. There's no Baron yet, but the first ace will be delivered.
They've already built onto Y1 now. The Rift Herald spawn in the bottom lane. Team Philippines is going in to go for the gank. Diving under, the Shrint will not pursue. Shuriken flip is there as well. Angara is on the face here in this fight. But look at Taku looking for the chase onto 1. The stasis is immediately actually casted out by Nazarea, followed up by the dash away to retreat. So much mobility, so much fancy footwork being spawned up, and now Dahao jumps into play with a CB Trouble Bubble that buys time for the rest of the crew to go and support. But Akino jumps in into the backside, goes for the taunt. 2 people already down for Team Philippines.
This should be a Baron
Vietnam is here not just to play, but to win.
They are dominating, and this is what you've mentioned, Infinity. It's not over until it's over, as the comeback will be coming in with a full circle. They are moving in to the Baron, and we know how good Vietnam in terms of Baron play, and they are going in and going hard.
They're diving in. They want to contest the Baron Nashor, and now Nazarea into the backside will be able to produce a lot of damage and a lot of CCs. Taku will fall down. TV is coming right in. Dahao is coming into play, and that will force Vietnam to go back and run for the hill.
The minimap, you can check that Nazarea is creating once again a huge distraction. He is good at it. They are letting loose the shock blast as they are aware they don't have any wards. This might be the fight, Infinity.
Akino going for the flash with a Justice Punch, knocks up onto Tan. Y1 to follow through, knocks back with it to the sky, but that's not enough as the jungler for Team Philippines will fall. This is a huge deficit for them, and now the CP Troubles Bubble will connect onto Y1. The crane back will be secured. Taku in the front lines though will be the sponge for Team Vietnam. But the actions into the back lines, it is Nazarea, but will fall right after with the damage of Vietnam. This is a 4-for-2 trade with Vietnam taking it back. You're it in the Elder Dragon's pit.
So they are looking for, they are going in.
Here we go, the Justice Punch along with the flash. Goes to connect onto Chan, but an immediate punish as Dahao will be gone. The jungler of Team Philippines will be next as GA will be popped, but two of the members of Team Vietnam is steadily waiting. Now the Elder Drake is open for Vietnam to take down. Angara is there though to buy time and get that information, but you see Nazarea now pushing in the mid lane along with VIE. This is a perspective that they want. Even if they lose the Elder Drake, they still have value in their favor. And right now though, Akino is attempting to delay the recalls, is denying the retreat from Team Philippines. VIE has to run. BMM is here to do it, and that will be the kill for Vietnam right now. For Team Philippines at this point, with the Baron Nashor being secured by Vietnam, this is the turnaround that they're looking for. This could be the very first game that they win in this very last series in a gold medal matchup.
Work, because there's a lot of openings for Y1 to just dive in to take down Dahao again and again.
It's just a very dangerous position right now for Team Philippines. Their last hope to defend the Nexus is here, but Vietnam is focused on the Nexus, as that will be the first game that Vietnam will secure in a gold medal matchup.
No 3-0. Philippines playmaking once again, because they are well aware how good Angara on the Trakan, and they might just be ready to how he's going to execute.
Yeah, and I love what I'm seeing, right? As you stated, it's comfortable picks, and from day number one, we keep on stating that Nazarea on the Fiora is great
push, and it will only work once they nullify Taku's playmaking skills, once they deny Y1's roaming potential. So Philippines, early game is the key to stop Vietnam, but on game 3, we saw when they got the ball, they are the ones who's going to roll.
All right, we'll see whose team is rolling right now for this game number 4 for both sides and for both teams.
That kill with Dahao not even using the flash.
And what's good about that, but onto the replay first, you see all of those flashes being spent, and BMM was a bit late onto the party. But did Dahao survive? Huge for Dahao's side of the tower, but you can see a bit of a glimmer. Void Assault.
And
going in.
Support repulse is there. The front connect. Rakan following up with a grand entrance. That is no escape for Akino. And now Philippines has secured their second kill in the game.
They wanted to take down Fiora, but Angara's play, the quickness is stopped. Y1 to eventually go for his huge play. 3 members, once again, they are pressuring, and there's no way that Y1 can answer this. Nazarea overextending.
Wants to defend, double man stun.
Flash keepers.
Now you have Y1 as well. Dragon's Rage onto Tan, but jumps in to go back and retreat. And then Angara will fall as he is isolated from the crew. Vietnam will take their first kill in this game.
Oh, this is looking bad. They need to exit. Waves are crashing. 3 versus 2.
You have Taco in the front. Riposte is there, denying a bit of damage coming in from Vietnam. Not enough though, as that is 3 members. Look.
Yeah. And you can, we are onto the objective, but bot side.
Akino going in for the flash and Justice Punch, denying the engage from the Philippines, and Ziggs to finish it up with a Mega Inferno bomb. And, so much. This is exactly what the fans want. A very, very close matchup so far. Right now, though, Mountain Drake being started by the Philippines. CP Trouble Bubble onto Angara. Could be a follow-up coming in from Akino, but denying it for the knockback. And right now, the Mountain Drake is already very low. Hero's entrance to secure the deny and the zoning capabilities of this team. But you have Nazarea into the back line. Going in for the flag with that, taking the Mountain Dragon. It is a steal from Team Philippines, and Taku being isolated. Make it a turn.
When they got the information that Y1 is around, but they got the wards.
Tan jumps in, the Dragon's Rage onto Tan as well with TP trouble bubble, but will not be enough to secure that kill. The follow-up coming in from Genzo with a flash as well onto Tan, but not sufficient enough. The damage is not enough. And you have Vietnam looking for that kill. Wind Slash will not reach the champion of Tan, and while that's happening, we have Nazarea split pushing the top lane.
Those risk anymore. They are playing it safely with the quickness into the grand entrance and then the burst, and then they're just going to bail out before the full cycle of heroes entrance. They are already gone.
The grand entrance into the backside disengages onto Vietnam's attempt for that contest on the Drake. And now it is Akino who is down. A member advantage for Team Philippines. Genza using the flash over the wall, but VIE is there to play. Nazarea to follow up, comes into fray as well. And Genza cannot run. You can dash, but you will go back. And when you come back, Team Philippines who is waiting.
And yes, this will be a good move coming in from Vietnam, a good objective trade. But how fast they can finish this, because Tan... so
that was a bit scary.
So close indeed, but he is hot on his heels. He wanted to take a kill, but Taco is there. This will be a big CC if ever Tan will be locked down.
That coming in from VIE out of grand entrance from Angara though to go for the counter engage. VIE going to run away, and that will still be a secured kill for Akino with Ignite taking him down. But Akino has overextended. 4-man people waiting to get that kill onto Akino, and Team Philippines will secure that trade back. Right now it's a bit of a shuffle on the left quadrant jungle for Vietnam and Team Philippines alike. Y1 is still here, hoping to get that smite in onto the blue buff.
He's well aware, crashing the wave. The VIE is here to defend this. And you can see Taku and other members, they want to take down Tan.
And this is what we've mentioned a while ago, that vision game will be really, really crucial for Vietnam, especially that they have the map control disadvantage right now. The Reptile being spawned on top lane will secure the first turn, and that will be an opening for them to go for the engage. But the 3-man quickness and the grand entrance from Angara will go and initiate that fight, but we'll know
onto the flip. And this is looking bad, establishing their own death brush.
Oh no. It's a bit difficult as Akino has shown up, but you have VIE left alone standing across every single member of Team Vietnam, and that isolation from Vietnam will gain them the member advantage. However, Angara will set up the play for Tan to follow up. Akino going for the hero's entrance to go for the counter engage, and that will be a kill coming from Team Philippines as Genzo will fall down. Now, in the middle of that fight though, a little bit in danger as the flash will be burned, not enough as Team Vietnam will secure that kill. And now while that's happening, Nazarea is split pushing on the top side as well. So a little bit more pressure coming to the side of Team Vietnam. Grand entrance hoping for that knockup, but will be denied for the knockback as well of Vietnam's lineup. Y1 a little bit low, hoping for that kill. Tan jumps over the wall to escape that fight and will leave Angara standing in the jungle. Infernal Drake will be initiated once again by Vietnam.
He got the Void Assault, he was able to escape, and here comes the Teleport Infinity. They still got it! No way!
200 HP remaining for that Infernal Drake, almost has taken it down, but Tan still able to make that outplay happen and take the kill for
Easy for them to execute, but they are executing Infinity!
Yeah, they're just diving into the turret. This is the confidence of Team Philippines. They have so much gold on top of that. Securing the inhib turret in the top lane is already good enough, but the Baron Nashor in their favor as well. Two super minion waves is pushing down in top lane. The Nexus is open, and this is Team Philippines' signal to be able to push it down. 3 members, the only one left standing to defend that Nexus from the top lane push. However, Team Philippines is playing a bit more safe. They want to push down the mid lane, and this is the perseverance that they have shown. The power of the Philippines is being put across the Southeast Asia. The Pearl of the Orient has shown their light across the... And your 32nd SEA Games Squadron gold medalist is Philippines.
Pilipinas victorious. A year of redemption. They may have failed from last year, but this time back up by Vansu, a League of Legends coach. PC that went on to SEA Games as well. PG, a League of Legends veteran from LoL PC, went to World.